is going on, dads, and welcome to the Betwixt, recorded on Sunday, April 11th, 2021. I'm your host, John, and thank you for joining me tonight for some Nintendo and my middle kid.
Me, Sebastian.
Welcome to the show, Sebastian. This is my middle child. Appropriately, he is weird, and he is here to join us for a show. And what is today, Sebastian?
My birthday.
Today is Sebastian's birthday. He turned 12 today. Congratulations. Let me give you some kisses here.
No.
Give me kisses. I wanted Sebastian to join us today because it's a special day. And I wanted to put together a little show about kids and gaming. So I'm going to have some questions for him. But a little bit of information about Sebastian. He's 12 years old. He is what we call Generation Z. Did you know that you're Generation Z?
Nope.
So they are also called Zoomers. And I think that was a term that occurred before, but I think it's really fitting now in a year where we've all been on Zoom. And I know you've been stuck mostly in the house for a year now. And a lot of your friendships are mostly online now. But I wanted to say for everybody, I think you're a superhero because you've been going to school wearing a mask all day long, which is something I'm not sure your daddy could do. And so, yeah, you're a Zoomer. Very appropriate. Now, Sebastian, I wanted to share what Wikipedia says is a Zoomer. So let's see how much this matches you.
Okay.
Zoomers, as the first social generation to have grown up with access to the internet and portable digital technology from a young age, members of Generation Z have been dubbed digital natives, even though they are not necessarily digitally literate. Moreover, the negative effects of screen time are most pronounced on adolescents compared to younger children. Compared to previous generations, members of Generation Z in some developed nations tend to be well-behaved, abstemious, I don't know what that word means, and risk-averse. They tend to live more slowly than their predecessors when they were their age, have lower rates of teenage pregnancies, and consume alcohol less often, but not necessarily addictive drugs. Sebastian, have you ever gotten someone pregnant?
Is that even a question?
Is that a no?
Yes.
And have you consumed a lot of alcohol?
I'm not even at the legal age.
Okay. All right. So I would say that's accurate. You're at 0 for both. So that's really good. So, Sebastian, well, usually when Drew and I do this show, you know Drew, we talk about Drew all the time, right? You want to say hi to Drew real quick?
Hi.
Yeah, there you go. Usually when we start our show, we talk about like what we've been playing. So I'm going to start off with you. What have you been playing this week?
Minecraft.
Minecraft?
Yes.
Still?
Yes.
Where do you play Minecraft? Talk about like where you play it and like what you've been doing. Tell me like what do you challenge yourself to do in Minecraft this week?
I've been playing Minecraft on my Switch Lite. I like to do all the mechanical stuff. So redstone.
What is redstone?
It's like wires, but in Minecraft.
Is that the programming stuff or is that not the programming stuff?
Yeah, it's the programming stuff.
Okay. Tell me more. Like I don't know how we have a listener base that may or may not play a lot of Minecraft, and honestly, I don't know what redstone really means, but I've seen you doing a lot of programming in Minecraft. So, like, what kind of things can you do?
Well, you can build like really complicated doors out of this block called a piston, which like moves stuffs. So. Is this an
add-on or like it's part of the base game?
Part of Minecraft.
Okay. You can play this on the Switch, on the PC?
Yeah.
Okay. When did this come about? Is this a recent thing, or has this been around for...
This has been around for, like, a really long time.
Okay. Have you been playing anything else? Or are you a stereotype of yourself and you've only played Minecraft?
Well, I've also played a lot of Super Mario Maker 2.
That's one of your favorites. What are you doing there? Are you still doing the ninja runs?
Yes.
Cool. Now, you played a lot of Mario Maker on the Wii U.
Yes.
Back when that was probably one of only 3 games on the Wii U. And you're loving it on the Switch. How would you compare the two? Do you have a preference of which one? What would you say?
I like Super Mario Maker 2 because there's more things you can do. Like, for instance, in Super Mario Maker 1, you couldn't have Super Mario 3D World style.
Oh,
but
true, yeah.
Now you do. So.
Very cool. Yeah, I've been playing Narita Boy. I'm not sure if you've watched me play a lot of that. I won't get into it too much here, but I did my 30-second review last night of Narita Boy. And if you recall me mentioning the developer, one of the developers of Narita Boy, this isn't like a one-man team or anything like that, but one of the developers caught wind of me on Twitter saying, don't play Narita Boy, it's bad. And this was like after I played it for about an hour and quit. And he said, man, that wasn't even a 30-second review. And we got into a back and forth. Not a bad one, just we've gone back and forth. And I just thought the guy was so funny, and I think he really took that criticism well. He didn't take it personally. I mean, not everyone's going to like your game. And I just decided, I knew it wasn't a long game. I said, let me play this game to the end, just so I can say that my opinion was fair. And yeah, I actually did get quite addicted to it for a little bit. I enjoyed it somewhat. It had some issues, but I did give it a 30-second review, and you can check out our channel to see what I gave it. All right. I wanted to talk to you about Unity. Now, I think everyone knows Unity is a game engine. It's for building games. There's a lot of popular games that are built on Unity. You started playing with Unity. You didn't talk to me, and I'm your programmer dad. So what got you hooked on Unity? And tell us about it.
Well, I mostly made games on Scratch, which is an education website. But I wanted to make like a real game.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to search up like game engines. And Unity was like the first thing that popped up.
Ah, right.
And like I heard a lot about Unity is like a really good game engine. So I'm like, why not try it?
Okay.
So I downloaded it. Took a while because all things had to load in. And then I played around with it. So.
And you did you like see any of the other ones too? Because I know there's a couple. There's like one called Game Maker, which I think is what Undertale and a bunch of other popular games are built with.
Well,
I think those are the big two: Game Maker and Unity.
Well, I know Unreal Engine
is yeah. Well, that's a low-level engine. You can't build. I don't know if you can build games with that, but it's a rendering engine. But Unity does a lot more, I think, than just Unreal.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking out of total ignorance here. I've been wanting to play with Game Maker, but I can't make anything. So Unity is free, though, right?
Yes, Unity is free download.
Right, and you started like building. You were building some game for a little while. What were you building?
Well, I was trying to build this like. I kind of just wanted to get like movement and camera movement down, so I wanted to make like this open world area. But it was like very small open world. But
a small open world.
Yes. I never got to figure out how to do movement because there's just...
It's pretty big.
I don't really know.
Big topic. Do you need a book on it? Do you want me to get you like a book? Do you see yourself continuing with Unity? Or maybe it's a little...
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you could help me.
I could. I mean, if I had so much extra time, I would be playing with Unity or Game Maker or something like that, and build a game. And like when I was younger, I used to sit in my room for hours and do that. And now we kind of see you do that. So, yeah, it's funny that you just started picking up on that. But that was cool. I was really impressed. So on social media, especially a lot of the accounts I follow, a lot of streamers, YouTubers, Twitch, that sort of thing. We have like these very common questions, and they seem to have amplified during the pandemic, but I wanted to ask you a few and get your answers to some of these. So I've got 3 of them here. First one I'm going to ask you is, what is the first video game you ever remember playing?
The first video game I ever remember playing is Minecraft.
Wow, really?
Yes.
What do you remember?
I remember getting so freaked out about this spider that I like dropped the controller and was like freaking out.
Very nice. I actually remember when I installed Minecraft on all of your iPads. It might have been before a road trip. I remember installing it and saying, I've heard this game is popular and it was free, and so I just installed it for you guys. And it did not take long for you all to come like kind of addicted to Minecraft. And I find it actually incredible that like I never have to explain games to you guys. Like you pick things up and you just go through them. I've seen you play, you and Cedric and Melody would play on the Switch on the big screen. And you guys are like 4-way split screen. I can't remember if it's 4 or 3. And you go through those menus of those little items and you guys are like just flying through it. And I can't even do that like now, so pretty crazy. Minecraft is the first game you played? Do you know what my first game I ever played was?
No.
It was Adventure on the Atari 2600. It probably happened early 80s. But yeah, and that's when game systems had 1 button. Crazy. All right, second question. Tell me a video game opinion that will get you into this situation. And I'm going to post this picture here. This is the tangled picture of Flynn Rider with 100 swords aimed at him. You know what I'm asking you? A controversial opinion. Give me a hot take. Give me a video game opinion that would get you in this situation.
Like something you would do in the game to get you into this situation?
No. Something that you would say that would make a lot of people mad, but it's something you believe. Like, for example, I think Minecraft is boring, right? See, then I'd end up in his situation. But it's got to be something you believe in. Do you have a video game opinion that would put you in this situation? Maybe you're just a mainstream guy. You want to come back to this one maybe and think about it a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm curious to see if you've got a little hot take. Let's move on to the this last question. I want to know what your favorite game is on every console that you've played.
Well...
First start with the console, and then what's your favorite game on that console? And you're not allowed to name Minecraft on any of them.
Probably Super Mario Maker.
On
the Switch.
On the Switch, Super Mario Maker 2?
Yes.
Okay, on the Switch. Now, you've also played the Wii U. You want to name something maybe not Mario Maker 1?
Super Mario 3D World.
Super Mario 3D World, you love that one.
Yes.
And you love Captain Toad,
Yes.
which came from Super Mario 3D World.
That is true.
What other systems have you played? What about, I mean, the PC, I guess we would say, like a computer would be, I mean, you mostly play Minecraft on that one. Are there any other console? What about the 3DS? You used to play that a lot.
3DS, I think... I can't remember.
You used to, you guys would borrow the games. I had, like, back here, you would borrow games. You used to borrow the Batman game. It was like this Batman 3D or something. I think it might have been a DS game. You would borrow that game all the time.
I'm
not sure if it's your favorite, but...
My favorite game on the DS was Bomberman.
Oh, you liked Bomberman, yes.
Then it went missing.
Did it go missing? I have to check and see. I don't think we had the case for it. I don't think we had the case for it.
I don't know what happened to it, but one day it just wasn't in the cartridge.
Sad. You probably lost it. Do you remember when Melody... We were living in an apartment for a few months, and Melody was, like, gosh, how old was she? This was in 2013. So she would have been about 2 years old. And she took a whole bunch of games and put them in what we now know is probably the diaper genie. And all the games got thrown away because we lost a whole bunch of games. And it was near the diaper genie. And yeah, do you remember that? No. That was terrorizing. We had to like buy a bunch of games again, like loose, just to put them in.
Not really.
So I don't know if you did. Are we back? Have you come up with a hot take on this one? Bunch of swords are aimed at you because you said it. You've said some mean things about games I love. You don't like Fire Emblem.
Well, I think one of them might be like Fortnite.
Fortnite? What do you think about Fortnite? Don't like it?
It's kind of like... It's not really like my thing. And also, I just see a bunch of people just doing Fortnite dances.
They just dance, right?
Yeah, but like...
It's like, what's the point? Yeah.
I've also found some very rude cases of Fortnite dances.
Rude Fortnite dances?
Yeah, like...
I thought they were all like pre-canned dances. You can't make up your own.
Well, no one... They didn't, but like... we were at this like trampoline area or like...
Uh-huh. You're not supposed to be playing Fortnite.
I didn't. So they were at this like trampoline area and someone like cut like this whole entire line. I was like at the front and I was like, hey, you need to go back to the line. And they just started doing a Fortnite dance.
Wait, is this real life or is this in Fortnite?
Real life.
Oh, this is in real life?
Yes.
Where was this trampoline line? Is this at your friend's?
This was like at like Ninja Nation?
Oh, one of those. Oh, I see, like a birthday party?
Yeah.
And they started doing a Fortnite dance?
Yeah.
Did they leave the line?
No, they just... they never said anything.
All right, so screw Fortnite is what we're saying.
Not really.
Okay, all right. All right, I want to play a game with you. I told you before the show we were going to play this game, and us boomers, right? I'm not really a boomer, but we like to make fun of kids because they don't know the old terms of our time. So I have a list of 5 things that I grew up with, and I want to see if you know what they are. And I'm going to start off with Blockbuster Video. What is Blockbuster Video? If you don't know it, tell me what you think it is.
Like a video store.
What's a video store?
Like a place that like sells like movies, DVDs.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not far off. It's a rental store. You go to the store and you pay like usually like $3, $4, $5, and you borrow the movie. I think like they did it like for 5 days or something like that, which was actually a long time back in the day. They used to be like you can have it for a night or two, and they sold candy, and then they would rent games, and it was a fun place. Yeah, and there's only one Blockbuster left now. It still exists. Do you know what state it is? Give you a hint. It's a state you've never been to. Oregon. The last one's in Oregon. Maybe we should go. Go rent a movie. All right, second one. What is a rotary phone?
One of those phones with like a spinning dial.
You know this? How do you know this?
Because we have one in the basement.
Oh, which one is it? I know what it is.
It's like a Snoopy.
Oh, I'm surprised you know Snoopy, actually, too. So, do you know how those work?
You like spin the dial to like the number.
You put your finger in the hole where the number is, and then you usually turn it clockwise to a certain point, and then you let go, and it goes. So if your number was 845, you'd have to go 8, 4. It would take like an hour to make a phone call. Yeah. And this is before devices like cell phones that actually you just tap the person's name and it just makes the phone call for you. Very good. I'm actually very impressed. Do you know who Bart Simpson is?
Like the boy in The Simpsons.
Wow. You're practically 3 for 3 now. Do you know what his like famous tagline is? Like what's his back in the day? So let me explain to you about 25, 30 years ago. Simpsons shirts were really popular. They were these white shirts and they would have a Simpsons character on it and they'd have a little quote bubble and they're saying something. And back in those days, Bart had like several sort of like catchphrases, he would say. I don't know if he's like famous for them now, but do you know what any of them might be?
No.
He would go like, "Eat my shorts, man." Right? Do you know Homer Simpson?
Isn't he like the dad?
The dad. Do you know what his catchphrase is?
No.
What does he say? What does he... Dope. Yeah?
No.
How do you know The Simpsons? You've seen it or you just heard about it?
I've heard about it.
Do kids talk about The Simpsons in school? Is this a thing?
Yeah.
They do?
Kind of.
Does anybody like watch it?
Yeah, I think a few people in my class watch it.
Wow. Impressive. All right. Sebastian, what is Y2K? Oh, he's puzzled. He's puzzled. Have you ever heard of Y2K?
No.
No. All right. You know, if I was going to say you knew one of these, it would be that one. So Y2K stands for year 2000. And as the year 2000 was approaching, there was a worry that computer systems were built so that like any kind of data, the year was only the last 2 digits, because we grew up in a computer world in the 1900s. So back in 1970, you'd say, "What year is it?" And you'd go, "Oh, it's 72." And there wasn't a lot of storage space and processing power. So they would encode the years with 2 digits. 72. We know that means 1972. But programmers back then had no reason to believe that these computers would still be around in the year 2000. We thought we would be living like the Jetsons, right? We'd be in driving cars and like we wouldn't be using these old computers in the year 2000. And yet we were. So there was a worry that as soon as 2000 hit, all these computer systems would break. And Daddy was on call at his company. I didn't do anything urgent. I worked at a company that sent out emails, but I was on call because we were worried our systems would break. And really nothing happened. It actually went pretty smoothly. But that was a big concern. All right, last one. I have a suspicion you might know this one. Do you know who Bill Nye is?
Like a scientist.
He's a scientist. Do you remember his song?
Like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Uh-huh. How's it go?
I don't really want to sing it.
You don't want to sing it?
No.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. You know this one because I made you guys watch Bill Nye. He's on Netflix. And he's got a new show, too. Although it's more for, like, people my age who watched him as a kid. Because it talks about politics and, you know, certain topics that maybe he wouldn't have done on his original show. But his original show is pretty great. We like it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a list for me?
I do.
I know you have a list for me.
It's more like...
So now this is a list of terms that Sebastian knows that he thinks I may not know.
They're kind of like texting terms.
Yeah, it's gonna make me feel a little old, but I'd like to think I'm pretty hip. So throw them at me.
So, do you know what IK means?
IK? Is it I know?
Yes.
Ah, yes. I've never actually used IK in a text before. I just sort of guessed.
Do you know what GTG means?
Good to go?
No.
GTG. I don't know what GTG is.
Got to go.
Got to go. Oh, got to go. That one might have been around. I don't use that one. That's a good... I'm going to start using that with you guys. Do you guys say it out loud? Like, we used to use acronyms in, like, chat in the past, but we never said it out loud. But you guys will actually say OMG out loud.
Well...
Even Aunt Chastity does that. She'll go, OMG.
There's, like... Sometimes there's, like, tones to things.
Uh-huh.
So, like, you wouldn't say GTG out loud. or like IK. Like OMG actually like sounds like an actual word.
I see.
But like
Okay.
you would never say GTG.
Okay. So would you say OMG is the only little acronym that you like say out loud?
Kind of.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard you say anything else.
Yeah.
All right.
I think. Okay. NVM.
Never mind. I know that one.
Yep.
I got that one.
This one's pretty.
Is this the last one or
No,
no?
there's
4th one?
3 more.
3 more. Okay.
But one of them I made up, so
Oh, okay.
I don't expect you to get it. Easy.
Easy, like 2 letters.
Yeah.
Is that not just easy?
Yes. It's easy. And then, do you know what K means?
K. I've seen people say just K, and I just interpret that as okay, but shorter.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I was like, you actually made me worried there that it meant something totally different than I've actually thought. K is something people will say out loud too. They'll go K.
Yeah.
I don't know. I say okay. Old fashioned, I guess.
And then here's the one you're probably not going to get. IGTGSYSB.
This is such a Sebastian one for me. Okay, wait, say it slowly.
IGTGSYSB.
It is, I've got to go. See you soon, boy.
Did you just say boy?
I don't know what the B would mean.
The B means bye. You actually got very, very, very
Oh,
close.
got to go by. All right. That wasn't bad. That's impressive.
I'm surprised you actually got that.
I'm feeling proud. Why are you surprised?
Because
I'm a child. Look at my room.
I made that up on the spot.
I know, but you used GTG was the problem.
Yes, buddy.
So I had a sense. And you'd only say get to go at the end. All right, well that was fun. Before we go, you know that this is like a show for dads, and they all have little kids, and some are older, some are younger. Jesse's got older kids. A lot of people have younger kids. Drew has young kids. As a 12-year-old now, you're getting old. Do you have any suggestions for our dads out there in terms of like games for their kids to play, games for their kids to avoid? That sort of thing. Give the kids. I want you to speak to the kids, Sebastian.
Well, I think one of the best games to play is Minecraft, because it's like
Not surprising.
it's actually building up your motor skills.
Yeah.
Because just placing blocks is like nothing bad with that. So it's a pretty good game.
Do you suggest the creative mode or the what's the survival mode?
I feel like just building anything you want is kind of just like the fun of it. So like creative mode, but like survival mode's like the challenge. So like if you want a challenge, then survival
What is a
mode.
challenge? I don't know if I've ever heard that. The challenge. Are you're saying the challenge? I thought you were talking about that's not a mode.
Yeah, survival mode is like a challenge.
I see. Okay, that's the only one you can like roll credits on, right? Like you can actually beat survival mode.
Yeah. I think. I'm not really sure, but like Roblox. Like I'm not really sure about Roblox, but like
I think Roblox is ugly.
it's not.
Why do you play Roblox? Is it like because it's like user levels or?
Well, it's not like Minecraft where you're like kind of limited. There's like Roblox says, it's like unlimited imagination.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I like playing like simulator games in there because it's like kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you like to play games socially. I've noticed. You like to play games with your friends.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's something that adults don't do because adults do. But like, I always tell you, like, I like to play games by myself. Games that have an ending, and you guys will play the same games for you guys. You guys have played Roblox and Minecraft for years. Yeah. And you've played Mario Maker for years too. So you like those creative games. And I think it's interesting because it led you to Unity, right? So you like being creative with your games.
Yeah.
And you think that's a good thing for kids?
Yeah, I think playing socially wise, Roblox is kind of like number one, but like if you get like a server up and running, then Minecraft is still pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can still play with your friends.
You guys put up a server and have your friends join you, so you're all kind of in this big universe?
Yeah, we'll like get a server up and running, and then we just play on our own server.
So,
like a private server.
Clarify to me, when you create a server, is the motivation behind that so that there is a big world in Minecraft? When you create a server, that world is everybody who's playing on that server, that's the whole planet. So if you only invite your friends, then nobody's going to come and destroy anything. But there's public servers. Are there not?
Yes, those are like servers with like... To get into a server, you need like an IP address.
Uh-huh.
So like, if you just create a server and no one actually knows your IP address, then it's basically a private server.
Right.
But like, these like bigger servers will like share out their IP addresses so that all these players can come in and play on their server.
I see. Okay. Cool. Do the more public servers get like chaotic because a lot of people are just like building all over?
Well, that's why it's like the more public servers have like lots of mini games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like they will. So everyone's not just like doing chaotic. Although there are anarchy servers, which are like very chaotic, like it's just survival mode for everyone.
Oh my gosh.
So, and there's like nothing, so that it's like everyone's just doing whatever they want to do.
Oh.
So like.
Sounds like fun. All right. Is that all we got?
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for joining me. We can shake hands. Thank you for joining me, son, on the show. I don't owe you a salary for this or anything, so this was like a very cheap way to have a guest on. But no, I'm very interested to see your kid insight. You're becoming less of a kid now, but I like seeing your insight, and yeah, hopefully we'll learn more about Y2K. Maybe you can do a school voyage on Y2K and understand. You mentioned anarchy on Minecraft, and like that was what our world we thought was going to become. Yeah. And but then pandemic kind of more. All right, well, that's all for the Dads After Dark show. Take us away, Sadie. Did you want to say it?
No.
You want to say take us away, Sadie?
No.
Okay. Take us away, Sadie.
The Dads After Dark show is a part of the Nintendo Dads family of podcasts. You can subscribe to us anywhere podcasts are available, including iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. Be sure to join us on the Nintendo Dads Discord in the Dads After Dark show channel for some naughty After Dark talk. Follow us on Twitter at @NDadsAfterDark. Ask us a question, and we may answer it on the show. That's all for tonight. Good night, Dads. Sweet dreams.